Thank you for joining us this week as we watch an episode of The Chipmunks titled Merry Christmas, Mr. Carroll.
To Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
You will be haunted by three spirits.
I think I'd rather not.
I'm Christmas present. Ho, ho, ho.
You may be a bit of undigested beef, a fragment of an underdone potato.
Scrooge is getting worse.
Bah humbug.
As I said at the top, this week we are watching a 1989 episode of the TV shows The Chipmunks titled Merry Christmas, Mr. Carroll. It was aired December 16th and produced by DIC Entertainment and written by Diane Dixon. The episode opens with Alvin being assigned a report on the true meaning of Christmas, which is due by Christmas Eve. How is the teacher going to collect it before the age of internet submissions? Couldn't tell you, but that's the story. As is normal for Alvin, he is more concerned with what he wants for Christmas than what it actually means. So instead of writing his report, he spends the time creating an enormous Christmas list of everything he wants. He is interrupted by Dave, who sends him off to do his paper route. Alvin, rushing through his route, ends up annoying his neighbor, Mr. Carroll, by running over the flowers, which he named.
I've been thinking, maybe I'd call them Buster and Bob.
Alvin then proceeds to throw Mr. Carroll's newspaper into a bird bath, which understandably angers him. Mr. Carroll demands a replacement paper, and Alvin runs around attempting to find one, completely forgetting about his essay. We then cut to later that night when Alvin falls asleep, and we begin the dream that frames the classic Christmas Carol story. Alvin first meets an older version of Dave playing the Ghost of Christmas Past. Why Dave is older in the past, we try not to think about it too much. They revisit a time when the Chipmunks were younger and give Dave simple gifts such as an eraser, a pencil, and paper. Dave uses these gifts to write a song, one that we hear at the beginning of the movie that the Chipmunks are clearly tired of listening to.
To get the Christmas spirit means
to give it.
You don't make a Christmas list.
You build it.
It's what you give to others, your sisters and your brothers, and especially
to those you never met.
Dave then expresses that Christmas isn't about expensive gifts, but about creativity and togetherness. Next we come to Christmas Present, played by Theodore. He shows Alvin through his Christmas toy bag that on Christmas morning, Alvin will be entirely focused on himself and the Christmas gifts he receives, totally ignoring his family. In addition, he neglects his paper route, causing Mr. Carroll to sit at home alone with no newspaper. Alvin begins to realize that Mr. Carroll isn't a grouch, he's just lonely, and that his newspaper is his only connection to the outside world. Alvin begins to recognize his own selflessness. Then we fade into the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come, played by Simon, who, instead of dressed in the traditional spooky hooded figure outfit, he's in a futuristic holiday space-themed costume, which works. He shows Alvin a future in which Alvin becomes so greedy that he eats an entire Christmas dinner himself and grows so large that he ends up injuring his grandparents when they come to visit, and eventually causes the whole house to collapse. This causes Alvin to wake up terrified of what he might become. Then we see a montage of Alvin helping out Theodore in the kitchen, assisting Simon, completing his essay, and eventually inviting Mr. Carroll to come spend Christmas dinner with the family. The episode closes with everyone singing,
Here comes Christmas, happiest time of the year. Merry Christmas, sing and rejoice, for Christmas is here.
and that's the episode. Pretty somewhat straightforward telling of a Christmas Carol, but with some high-pitch Alvin and the Chipmunk changes. I hope you'll join me next week in another episode of A Christmas Carol. and have a good one.
I'll just go, but be here all the earlier the next day.